Ladies and gentlemen, chaps and chapettes, gather round. Sir Slender steps to the mic, prim and proper but bound to spit the grimiest truths from the fuck-shrouded town. Let's commence, shall we? In the alleys where the rain slicks the cobblestones black, I glide like a shadow, suit press, no turning back. Filthy deals in the dim, where the rats hold court, but I negotiate with eloquence, no need for retort. Grimy handshake on oath, smeared with the city sin, yet my cufflinks gleam pristine as I pull the wind, dodging the peeler's gaze with the tip of my hat, whispering scandals that could topple the fat cats. Dirt under nails, perish the 4 olds, more alarmed than my schemes with the gentleman's comport. From council estates to the penthouse intrigue, I rap the real, no just a league of forgotten souls, grind against tyranny's wheel veins, but proper in my stride. Dirty deeds done with the monocle's pride. Spit fire from the fog, unbowed and untamed. Spend his reach to get the chains, and then the chains, and then the chains. The estate towers, riddled with despair's rot, where lads hustle hard, dodging the copper's plot. I pen verses in velvet, sipping tea mid the fray, critiquing the woke folly that leads youth astray. Sanctimonious suits preaching from ivory spires, while we scraping the muck, fueling our fires. Bootleg brews and backroom best the dirtiest trade, but I articulate the outrage sharp as a blade. No censorship here, chap. Let the raw truth pour from our name. Battles to political war, technology's grip, a double-edged sword so keen I navigate the net. Unseen and serene, grimy beats drop like thunder in the night, yet my flow's refined, a gentleman's delight. For a poet who we flitted feet, we wallow in dirt, yet aspire to be free. Tyranny's chains, wrapped it for like disguise, but slender seas through with discerning eyes.
Pinky ring. Pinky ring. Pinky ring. Bus stop bench. Same old blocks with a royal flex. You get me? Pinky ring. Bus stop bench. Pinky ring. Bus stop bench. Same old blocks with a royal flex. You get me? Came from the bit same corner shop. Card decline, had to count that coppers. Now I'm sipping Earl Grey out of China cup, arguing about stocks with the local shutters. Mad ting. Trackies on, but the coat got tailoring. Bus past, but the scent smell Parisian. Council flat, but the view look Mayfair. Silver spoon dreams in the plastic kitchen. Tea in the end still classy. Mud on the crepe still classy. Yeah. Chat too rough still classy. Knife and fork with a patty. Tea in the end splash saucy. Grew in the rain came glossy. Yeah. Talk that grease move ghastly, but I stir my pain like pass me the glass, G. Pass me the glass, G. Copper on the block, but I walk like Wimbledon. Proper little serve when I send man home. Queen's English when I cuss man's wig. Kindly remove your fraudulent tone. Pagan tracksuit tucks, estate courtyard. 3 man deep in a Citroen chariot. Mum said speak nice, use big words. Now I call man bro, I'm barbarian. Tea in the end still classy. Mud on the crepe still classy. Chat too rough still classy. Knife and fork with a patty. Tea in the end splash saucy. Grew in the rain came glossy. Taught that grease move ghastly, but I stir my pain like pass me the glass, G. Glass, G. Glass, G. Glass, G. Off license throne, I sit like a lord. Tracksuit row crown from the corner. Council court, that's House of Commons. Every man talk loud, few talk honest. Raise that cup, toast man's trauma. Sip that brew with a side of armor. Got a marble in the same persona. I'm half Bow E3, half Oxbridge drama. I'm Sir Slender, tall shadow in the hat. Monocle sharp like a blade, rat-a-tat-tat. Creep through the void with the cane and the grin. Trolling the tyrant.
We're doing it live. I snuck that one in there.
Spell the name so I can type it in.
Dan?
It's on the screen. Oh, wait.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
on
I'm not
the
looking
screen.
at the screen.
Dan, Hausen.
Oh, this is a made-up name.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, they can't be German. That's definitely not German.
Aren't most wrestler names made up names?
Like, all of them are, for the most part. He's literally looking this shit up. I love it. Hi, Slenders people. What do you? How are y'all feeling today?
Yeah, I'm doing all right.
It's German. It's German.
You really looked it up, dude.
Yeah, I did. I had to.
You had to.
Just another example of me being right.
No,
Mister doesn't know about tunnel Jews.
All right, now listen. We have to get to that because what the fuck?
we need answers. Like, and I want to know why mysteriously Chris and Eric didn't show up this time.
Son of a bitch, it really is German. Listen, but that guy's not German.
Yeah, I know. He's not really German. He's probably just some fucking like closet fucking masturbating fucking American living in his mom's basement.
No, he has human monies.
Yes, he has human money. Why do I feel like that's what Elon Musk tells people when he wants to buy something? Him and Zuckerberg probably say that. I have human money. Take my human money.
I have human monies.
And then Zuckerberg says something about I love smoking meats, because that's what humans do.
Right,
we smoke meats.
Listen, we're just gonna get the goy shit out the way.
Let's go.
Yeah, we'll get it out the way early. That way, we don't have to sit and.
There really isn't, like, honestly, like I said, I'll let all of you talk on the subject because you're all gonna have to acknowledge something.
No. Yeah,
I want to hear everybody say it out loud.
I'm gonna be honest with our viewership, okay? We had a hangout yesterday, like off stream, just hanging out, and
Monkey's eyes were opened up to the truth.
The discussion
truth of tunnel juice.
The discussion of tunnel juice came up, and see, now here's the thing. Brandon says a lot of ridiculous shit. So I have a hard time just outright believing him. And I doubt him plenty. So I was like, there's no fucking way that this is for real, that there's tunnel Jews. That's just absolutely fucking ridiculous.
Dude, they're just reliving the times in Poland.
But no, Slender, there's video out there. Yo,
rioting, outright rioting.
Can you link me this video, Brandon? Like,
no, wait, you didn't get those either?
No, no, I did, but
yeah, Monkey, send it to him. Send it, or just play it in the chat. Play it right now.
Hold on, I gotta.
We can do that here. I forgot about that.
All I have to do is literally type tunnel Jews. That's crazy.
Yeah, right, dude.
All right, so like, but there's actually tunnels.
A Hasidic Jew popping out of a tunnel beneath a historic Jewish synagogue in Brooklyn that was being used to illegally expand the church. After cement trucks came to fill up the hole, a riot broke out between the Jewish community and NYPD, leading many to speculate something more nefarious was going on. So I showed up to see what I could learn. Hey, is there any way we can go inside?
There's a bunch of guys like Chabad, which we would call like extreme right. They're mostly Israelis. We wanted to start the expansion of 770. People were saying tunnels, Jews, human trafficking. It's just like they uncovered dirt that was already.
They wanted to get in. They wanted to back way in. It's through a main room. It's a big.
Everything there already exists. They were gonna go behind the back of the management because they're like, okay, they can't figure this shit out. Let's do it ourselves. This was discovered like a few weeks ago. The management found out about it. Yesterday, a cement truck arrived around the corner and they were gonna fill it up with cement. This group of Chabad people, first of all, they busted the pipes over there, and then they came in here from the inside and they started breaking the wall. Sledgehammer. The point is, there's no human traffic going on.
This is a Hasidic.
Why did you have to say it like that?
Well, here's the thing, though. What they found in those tunnels were bloody mattresses and sacrificed animals.
In Crown Heights, Brooklyn, police have arrested 12 people at the Chabad Lubavitch World Headquarters after a fight over a tunnel. A Chabad spokesman blames that incident on what he called a group of extremist students. He says the tunnel linked the headquarters building with a vacant building behind it and gave those students in question unauthorized access. He also accused those students of vandalizing the synagogue inside the building by breaking through that wall. Right now, the exact motive behind the construction of the tunnel is still not clear. The Chabad spokesman says the headquarters has been temporarily closed now to allow for a structural safety review.
So
Now pull up the video.
I mean, I was taken aback because
Now what about the 71 girls, Monkey?
yeah, but I need to know about the bloody mattresses.
And look, Slender, if Monkey's talking about the mattresses, that means he already looked into it. And I'm sure he looked into it in depth just so he could say Brandon's wrong.
Yeah, I need to know. I need to know why we have tunnel Jews, dude. Like, I really need to know this. Like,
bro,
I feel like this shouldn't have been a 30-second segment
look.
on.
I don't want to. I don't want to believe.
Saying.
I don't want to believe that those are some kind of rape tunnels or sacrificial offering tunnels. But like the only thing I can think of that like makes sense to me, and I know it doesn't make sense. Like I'm gonna say what it is, and everybody, dude, that's the most batshit anti-Semitic thing I've ever heard in my life. Bro, what if like, cause you know how people have like repressed memories, like certain memories are repressed over generations, or like genetic markers are like erased. I think a lot of it has to do with like they just missed those times in Poland living in the sewers. I don't know. It's some kind of deeply ingrained tradition in them or something. I don't know. But there's always stories of tunnel Jews, dude. Like all over the world. It's like, why are there actual mole people? Like this is Escape from LA.
Slender, you got anything on this, man?
I haven't looked into it. I'll look into it later on or something.
Like, don't you live in tunnels?
In the middle of. No.
You don't live in a tunnel?
Why would you think I live in a tunnel?
I don't know where fucking slender people live.
Yeah, Slendermen live in the woods, though. But hold on. Slender, can you take that top hat off? I just want to see if you have another hat underneath it.
I cannot.
Oh! Damn, bro. He's one of them. He's with Eric and Chris. Bro, he's gathering intel on us right now. It's all being uploaded to like what, Grok. Well, Grok, you know what? That's a good thing. Like Grok has been saying some radical shit lately, so he may take our side.
No, that got updated out of his.
Oh damn! Why'd they see?
They fixed it.
Why would they, bro? That means they broke it. What are you talking about?
They fixed it.
Yeah, I know, right? When you say they, it's always them.
No, but for real, what? All right, bro.
Why are there tunnels?
Yeah, why are there tunnels?
Good question.
All right.
Something I'll look into.
See, like it's something that will haunt your mind. It'll always be in the back of your head.
When you look into that, can I get an explanation for the fucking bloody mattresses?
I don't think we're going to get an explanation. But what I can say is this, is Orthodox Jews are known for tunnels. Like they are, like, dude, when I think of like Polish Jews hiding out, I think that I'm hiding in sewers and tunnels because they actually did.
So is it just like a Middle East thing? Like everybody in the Middle East knows how to tunnel?
I forgot what the Palestinians can too. Holy shit. And if you remember correctly, they did the same thing to get into Constantinople.
I'm just saying. Maybe it's a tunnel thing.
Bro, it's a tunnel person. It's a mole person thing. Bro,
Maybe
think
that's
about
why-
it.
Maybe that's why we.
No,
don't get
think
along
about it.
with
Even in
Southern
Jerusalem, they dug tunnels. They dug tunnels all the way to like mountain caves. Like, bro, there's something with Jews and tunnels, and I want to know more.
I think it's a Middle East thing.
All right, so should we move on to the topic list since nobody has shown up?
Yeah.
Line tonight involves the U.S. and Iran. President Trump at the G7 summit saying there is now a signed deal with Iran. Tonight, the major question, what's in this deal? What happens to Iran's enriched uranium? And will Iran get money in this deal? What the president is now saying about that. Rachel Scott traveling with the president in Geneva.
You know, I have a funny feeling I'm not going to like any of this.
And I'm gonna need somebody to actually verify anything that I say, because every time I log out to look at my internet so I can copy paste whatever, it disconnects me from the chat. It's annoying.
It is.
Like I need to get a new laptop, and I'm gonna work on it next month.
President Trump touching down in France, touting his freshly signed deal with Iran. Though tonight there are more questions than answers.
The Iran deal that we made is going to bring a lot of success to the world, because the oil was really plugged up there for a while.
The deal is still under wraps, the U.S. and Iran giving conflicting versions of what's in it. Both agree the U.S. will lift its blockade of Iranian ports, and Iran will reopen the Strait of Hormuz, which it closed when President Trump launched the war. The fate of Iran's nuclear program, the reason the U.S. went to war in the first place, will be addressed in another 60-day period of talks, though the president today claimed to win.
Iran will not have a nuclear weapon. They fully agreed to that with strong policing powers.
Iran already agreed not to possess nuclear weapons as part of its deal with the Obama administration, which President Trump tore up in his first term. Former President Obama speaking with ABC's Robin Roberts before the deal was announced.
You spent a lot of time wrestling with the threat of a nuclear Iran. How do you think things are being handled right now there?
It is doubtful that any agreement that arises is going to be significantly different or a significant improvement from the deal that we had in the first place.
Tonight, Iran says it stands to benefit from the deal. Though President Trump declared the Strait of Hormuz will be toll-free as it was before the war, Iran's foreign ministry says Iran will establish and collect fees related to navigation services, environmental protection, and vessel insurance. Also unclear whether Iran will get a payout from this initial deal.
Mr. President, does the deal involve any sanctions relief for Iran? When would that go into
No, it doesn't. Well, they have to. It's really a behavioral thing. If they do what they're supposed to do, that starts taking effect.
A senior administration official later telling reporters, we are prepared to release frozen funds and we are prepared to release sanctions, and we'll do some small gestures of that in the beginning. President Trump sounding hoarse today. He had a long night.
Did you watch the fight?
Yeah. Not direct, but I saw it.
That was a great fight. It was a great evening at the White House.
The president celebrating his 80th birthday with a massive UFC cage match on the White House South Lawn, complete with a military flyover and a towering steel arch called the Claw. The People's House a stage, the Oval Office a backdrop. Fighters walking through ceremonial rooms usually reserved for visiting dignitaries, making their way to the ring where the president watched as they battled it out. And David, back to the deal with Iran. It's unclear when the American people will see the text of that agreement. It's also unclear what happens to Iran's nuclear program and its stockpile of enriched uranium. David.
Rachel Scott live in Geneva for us tonight. Rachel, thank you.
Let's get to the...
Good evening to you and welcome back into Live Now from Fox. My name is Alexandra Goldberg. Now onto a discussion of some news developing overseas, taking a live look here at the White House after days of speculation. The White House is sharing more details about its tentative peace deal with Iran. While the official text has still not yet been released, only a transcript, senior U.S. officials held a call with reporters today to read parts of the agreement and defend controversial portions. Fox News correspondent Rebecca Castor has the details.
We reached an agreement with Iran that achieves everything we set out to accomplish, everything and much more.
While President Trump was praising his Iran deal at the G7 summit, senior U.S. officials held a conference call with reporters to outline the details and defend some controversial provisions. The deal guarantees Iran will destroy its stockpile of enriched uranium, potentially through downsiphing, and allows toll-free transit through the Strait of Hormuz for 60 days. In exchange, the U.S. will allow Iran to immediately resume oil and petroleum sales, and will work with regional partners to develop a $300 billion rebuilding investment fund for Iran. But President Trump insists no money is coming from the U.S.
We're not putting up money. If they're doing things right, if people want to invest, they can invest.
A senior U.S. official says the Iranians asked the White House not to release the text of the deal yet, which is why there are still so many questions about its contents. An in-person signing ceremony was scheduled for Friday in Switzerland, but now President Trump says it could be signed earlier remotely to speed up reopening the Strait of Hormuz. Although some foreign policy analysts don't think it's the right move.
It does not look like we are...
Okay, wait, I don't want to go through 20 minutes of that because
We turn to
It doesn't
Washington
look
now,
like
where
we're
Vice
winning.
President Vance defended the deal to end the war with Iran, a deal he'll be responsible for finalizing over the next 60 days. For now, oil is moving again and gas prices are falling, but some of the president's own allies aren't calling this a win. Here's senior White House correspondent Weijia Zhang.
The president's peace plan in Iran is already bearing fruit for the American people.
Vice President J.D. Vance defended the deal at the White House today, signed last night by President Trump at the Palace of Versailles. While it reopens the Strait of Hormuz with no tolls for 6 days, it also eases sanctions on the regime and sets up a $300 billion reconstruction fund for Iran. Democrats and several Republicans are fuming, calling the agreement a loss for the U.S.
If we give billions of dollars to Iran, that money will be used to murder us, and so I don't believe we should do that.
Vance insisted the U.S. was not giving Iran any money unless it makes good on a peace deal.
Have a little bit of faith in the President of the United States.
The memo does not address Iran's ballistic missile program. Ending it was once a key goal for the administration.
When and why did that change? And will the final agreement have any restrictions on these missiles?
The Iranians don't give up the right of self-defense in their country.
Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth slammed European leaders today for not assisting in the war.
It was shameful. These allies, they put America's sons and daughters, our sons and daughters, at risk by denying them the predictable access, basing, and overflight that never should have been in question at all.
Part of the bipartisan criticism from lawmakers was that the White House kept them in the dark, they said, about what was in the agreement. In response, senior administration officials briefed them today about the deal and upcoming negotiations. Tony.
Tonight, with a preliminary peace deal with Iran signed by President Trump, Vice President Vance, the lead negotiator for the 14-point memorandum of understanding, defending the framework, which now kickstarts 60 more days of talks.
There's a lot of discussion, the MOU, the gentlemen's agreements, the final deal. Words don't matter, ladies and gentlemen. We're about verification.
And tonight, as part of the deal, CENTCOM says it lifted its blockade of Iranian ports after Iran stopped attacks on oil tankers in the Strait of Hormuz. But the administration facing growing criticism over other points in the framework, including from top Trump allies.
I don't want to give them any money.
For allowing Iran to start selling oil again, and the promise of billions of dollars in unfrozen assets if Iran complies with the final agreement.
I think, unfortunately, the president is receiving some really bad advice on this deal. I don't want to see us send a penny to the Ayatollah.
The VP pushing back.
And it's a misrepresentation of the MOU. The idea that they get benefits before they change their behavior is fundamentally a talking point that is issued by people who want the conflict to continue indefinitely.
Vance pointing to average gas prices dropping under $4 a gallon, oil plummeting to around $77 a barrel, near where it was when the war began.
The president's peace plan in Iran is already bearing real fruits for the American people.
And the VP also going after critics of the deal in Israel.
Donald J. Trump is the only head of state in the entire world who is sympathetic to the nation of Israel. Anybody in Israel who thinks their biggest problem is the president of the United States needs to wake up and smell the reality of the situation that country is in.
And Monica, this kicks off that 60-day window for more talks, and Vice President Vance will lead the U.S. delegation?
That's right.
Monkey's mad there's not going to be more dead Iranians.
I just want to know what were they expecting in the deal? Like,
what they were expecting was like everybody expected.
like we blow all their shit up and then don't help them reconstruct it. Doesn't that make us dicks?
Well, that's always been has been the doctrine of the U.S. military since I think probably World War II to do that. Maybe even World War I. No, World War II.
Did they think that Iran was going to get nothing in this deal?
No, but they didn't expect. They didn't think they were going to get paid the billions of dollars, not just for reconstruction. Now, here's the key, and now I would like somebody to look this up, but it's like they say we're not giving them any money, blah 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 blah. You are giving them money, but you're giving them to through the Gulf states. The Gulf states are going to be paying around the $250 billion to open the strait.
Dark is saying now what they were hoping to get out of the deal is that they would quit trying to mess with the tankers, and thus we could get oil easily, along with hopefully cutting off oil to China to again make us the controllers of oil or energy.
Yeah, that would have been the goal, but once again, the Secretary of War lost the war.
How?
The president lost the war.
How were we supposed to just cut?
A deal isn't losing.
Oh, is that it? It is losing when you're getting nothing out of it and it's back to the way it was before.
Explain that. How is
because
it back to
you
the way it was before?
because you essentially wasted all the money, all like complete like destruction of a lot of our military bases in the Middle East. For what? So you could get the oil back that you already had, like back to the prices you were already getting it for. Not only that, you're gonna have to pay them out, and not only that, like what you didn't decimate their military, because obviously they're still shooting down aircraft. They're still able to deploy missiles. They showed it to us. Like, it's a loss, dude. It's a loss. Like most, it's actually a retreat. That's what.
It's not that.
Oh,
It's
you
not
believe
quite
that?
that simple at all.
But you believe that? Like, I'd like to know why you think
So,
that. Like, I'm not being sarcastic for
What
that.
did pre-war Iran have? They had a living supreme leader. They had intact leadership. They were under heavy sanctions. Now what? Now what do they have? Their top guy is
They
dead.
have a
They have internal
they
chaos and
they
succession
have a living
questions.
supreme leader.
They have questions behind succession still going on. Yes.
Well,
They have
they're at it.
military
The sun
capabilities
is
that
still
took real hits. They have exposed vulnerabilities now. So, where is the loss?
For how long though? Like, I don't know, bro. I think when it cost us almost double or triple.
As Dark is
in
saying in the
equipment.
chat, a country fractured is a lot more easier to deal with than a country united.
And is our country united?
Do we really believe Iran is fractured?
It's more united than them.
You think our country is united
do we
the way
really?
it is?
I don't give a fuck about that, because at the end of the day, yes. But do we really think Iran is fractured?
Absolutely not. That would be the dumbest assumptions of all time. Like, they're a defensive military, dude. Like, when I say that, everything they have and everything they use, everything important to them is underground and most likely in places we don't know about. That's why they're still able to shoot down our aircraft with ease. That's why they're able to sit there and deploy missiles to Israel. Like they you know, it's if they can do all this, their military is very much intact.
No, it's not, but they could rebuild it because, yes, they are going to be getting funds and everything. So I'm not disagreeing on the part that it's not the best deal. No, but it's not. We're not back to where we were.
I mean, we're paying money out now.
No, we're
like,
not.
We're paying. Yes, we are. We're paying for the losses we took,
No.
which we're not going to pay for our own equipment.
Oh, you mean, well,
Yeah,
they have budget. Military budgets are yearly.
Yeah,
That's part
and
of
guess
their
what?
budget.
That new budget, right? That new
No,
budget.
it's not going to change the budget.
No,
You have
I'm
to-
saying
you
that
have to
new
realize
budget.
all this is
Okay, you're not listening to
into
what I'm saying.
consideration.
The new budget is almost as much as just these 2 months of war have cost us.
How? They haven't put a new budget out yet.
Bro, you're going to have to put out over a $2 trillion budget. Like, if you're going to have to put something out over $1 trillion.
We will see when that happens then.
Well, like, think about it. Like, if you're having to pay $300 billion to Iran, okay, and
Again, it's not
just
coming from us.
No, the 250 billion is coming from the Gulf states. The
No,
300
you've got it wrong.
billion.
It's 300 billion. That's only coming from the Gulf states. It's backed.
Why would it be 300 billion coming from the Gulf states when the Gulf states did not fire into
There's
Iran
only
or destroy it?
There's only one thing of money going. It's the 300 billion.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I am literally looking at the information here as we are speaking.
I don't see why the Gulf states would have to pay for our actions. But I do see, when it comes to opening up the strait, the cost of doing that, yeah, dude, 250 billion, they're willing to pay that.
Where are you getting 250 billion? I'm literally not seeing that number anywhere.
I'm gonna go look.
It is 300 billion. from regional partners, U.S. backed. And they also won't get money until they follow the stipulations of the deal. That's another big part of it.
Yeah,
Thank
you're
you,
right.
Dar, for
You're,
bringing
you're
that up.
right. I just looked it up.
And you have
You're
to
right.
remember, no matter what happens when it comes to Iran, no matter what the outcome is in any type of situation, no matter if it is an actual win or loss for them, they will portray anything as a win to them. It could be a complete defeat, and they will portray it as a win to them.
Well, mainly there was no regime change. There was no
Well,
like
look, you have to
we
remember.
suffered
You have to
economic.
remember part of their inherent constitution and everything is the fact that as long as they don't surrender, they consider themselves the victor. If they surrender, then they lose.
Okay,
Making a
so
deal, they can always be like, "Oh, we made America back down and make a deal with us," and that's what they usually do.
Yeah, well, either way, everybody is disappointed with the outcome.
check it out.
Oh, of course, it's
This
not the best
this
outcome. I would
14
have loved to have just,
this 14-point peace plan, or
They're-
peace deal
well,
that they
we can
made.
all agree they're not going to give up their nuclear materials.
Point one was immediate ceasefire. Point two was mutual non-interference, which is both countries commit to respecting each other's sovereignty and territorial integrity. Point three, interesting point right here, 60-day timeline for a final deal. So whatever we're talking about now is not the end result yet. Point four is the removal of the United States blockade. Point five is reopening the strait. Point six, $300 billion reconstruction fund. The U.S. in coordination with regional partners commit to developing a definitive mutually agreed reconstruction and economic development plan for Iran worth at least $300 billion. The implementation mechanism is to be finalized within the 60 days as part of the final deal. And the United States will grant all required licenses, waivers, and permissions for relevant financial transactions.
Remember, think of this as well. This isn't entirely as a complete set in stone thing either. This is a pathway to lasting peace. There is still the option for either side to completely walk away before it's completely fully implemented.
That is very
true. That's why I said the point three, that 60-day, that's really where things are going to get hammered into stone. This is kind of like a groundwork to a deal. Point seven is sanctions lifted. The U.S. commits to terminating all types of sanctions against Iran, including UN Secretary Council resolutions, IAEA Board of Governors resolutions.
And
all.
You want to show off your anime pictures? Dark says you have some nice pictures.
Oh,
and
well, that's a Banksy.
We good?
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Continue.
All right. Point eight is nuclear commitments. Iran reaffirms it will not procure or develop nuclear weapons. The two sides agree to resolve the disposition of Iran's stockpiled enriched material through a mutually agreed mechanism with on-site sit-down blending under IAEA supervision as the baseline method. They will also discuss Iran's enrichment activities within a framework to be agreed in the final deal. Point 9 is status quo maintained pending final deal. Pending final deal, both sides agree to maintain the status quo. Iran will maintain the current status quo of its nuclear program, and the U.S. will not impose any new sanctions and will not deploy additional forces in the region. The 10th point is Iran can export oil immediately. Immediately upon signing, the U.S. Department of Treasury will issue waivers for the export of Iranian crude oil, petroleum products, and derivatives, and all associated services, including banking transactions, insurance, and transportation, and this continues until sanctions are formally terminated. Point 11 is frozen Iranian assets unlocked. The U.S. commits to making fully available for use all frozen or restricted funds and assets for Iran. Those funds, whether retained in the original accounts or transferred, will be fully usable for payment to any ultimate beneficiary designed by the Central Bank of Iran. The procedures for release will be mutually agreed upon during negotiations.
See,
Point 12 is...
That's where a possibility. How much did Iran have in frozen assets? Because that could be possibly where you've got that other number.
They have that's exactly where it is $250 or 250 million worth of frozen assets.
Yeah, so that was already theirs. They're just
Yeah,
getting
yeah,
it
yeah.
unfrozen.
Yeah, but think about it like this. This is why I say what I say, because look, when Obama did that for 1.7 billion or how much was it? They shit their pants. And now they're getting 250 billion. So that's what I'm saying, like where it comes in as a
Iran's
loss.
frozen assets. Iranian officials estimate that more than $100 billion in assets remain inaccessible because of sanctions, banking restrictions, and legal disputes that have accumulated over decades. However, that figure comes with a major caveat. Not all of that money would necessarily become available even in the event of an agreement, as some assets remain tied up in court cases and other restrictions unrelated to sanctions.
Okay, so yeah, not all of it will be available to them, even when it's unfrozen, but they will still get a substantial amount of money back available to them. Which, honestly, they do need to worry about rebuilding as well. So it's gonna cost them a lot to rebuild. And if they don't rebuild properly and they focus on trying to do attacking and everything like that, that will be noticed.
Yeah, it'll be like that bridge in Miami.
Point 12, oversight mechanism established. Both sides agree to establish an executive mechanism to monitor implementation of the MOU and to track future compliance with the final deal. Point 13 is sequence negotiations begin after signing and subject to the beginning of the implementation of paragraphs 1, 4, 5, 10, and 11, the ceasefire, blockade removal, Hormuz measures, oil waivers, and asset release. The U.S. and Iran will start negotiations on the remaining paragraphs of this final deal. Point 14 is final deal endorsed by UN Security Council. The final deal will be endorsed by the binding UN Security Council resolution. I did, in this little Claude readout, also ask for it to try to answer if the United States is paying money to Iran. The answer that he gave me was it's complicated and deliberately vague.
Yeah, because what they're doing is they're giving it to the Gulf states so they can say we're not giving any money to Iran.
The $300 billion reconstruction fund, the fund commits Washington to work with regional partners on Iran's reconstruction deal and economic recovery, yet the agreement offers no details on how contributions will be allocated. Trump moved quickly to distance Washington from direct financial responsibility, saying the U.S. would not invest in the fund. The fund is reportedly structured...
You realize how this reads, right? This reads as if nobody's going to pay anything.
The fund is reportedly structured as a private investment vehicle rather than a government reconstruction or reparations program, and will contain no U.S. government money or grants. Companies from the U.S., Gulf Arab states, Asia, South America, and Africa have reportedly agreed to commit financing across energy, logistics, manufacturing, and transport. The frozen assets... The frozen assets...
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, Slender brought up a very good point, and I'm kind of laughing at it too. Like, he's actually right. It was purposely vague and like.
The frozen assets in point 11. This is separate and more concrete. The exact amount of Iran's frozen assets is unclear, but official Iranian reports and experts have set the total at more than 100 billion.
Mm-hmm.
The idea of an investment fund was built precisely to escape the optics of releasing Iran's frozen funds. And then there's what Trump and Vance said. Vance told the New York Times that the plan will not be paid for by American taxpayers, saying not a cent of American money is going to Iran. Trump, meanwhile, posted on Truth Social calling reports that U.S. is paying Iran $300 billion, fake news put out by Democrats. Democrats and a handful of Republicans have seized on the planned fund at a time when affordability and economic populism dominate U.S. politics. All right, it's going to give me more bullshit. But the bottom line, the U.S. is not writing a check to Iran. However, it is committing to 1, unlocking more than $100 billion in Iran's frozen assets, 2, issuing oil export waivers immediately, and 3, facilitating a $300 billion private investment fund that would flow into Iran, even if U.S. taxpayers' dollars don't fund it directly. So they're still going to get money in a significant amount of it, even if it isn't coming from the United States taxpayers.
Right. Which we have to see how it goes.
This is the problem that Republicans have with this deal.
Which I can partially agree with, because if we just go by history, what happens every time we do something like this for Iran or any of the others, they end up regrouping, recuperating, and then starting their same shit again. So I can understand the skepticism.
Yeah.
But my question is, realistically speaking, because there's we could go through memes all day, like the good one that I would agree with is like a monkey wanted more dead Iranians. It's probably true. I would have wanted this done harder and quicker.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing though. Your gift comes in the next topic.
Okay, but I would have kind of agreed that I would want this done harder and quicker. I wanted the Ayatollah wiped out, so I agree. But realistically speaking,
the first one was.
Yeah, but like that's the thing about
no, I wanted the entire succession line deleted.
Yeah, well, that would have been nice.
From the
you know what? They should just put the
entire succession line is Muhammad, then
Muhammad.
Yeah,
I wanted to find a way to have them run out of Muhammad.
I don't think there's a way to do that. I think you just got to wipe out the entire country for that.
They should just put the
maybe it was an unrealistic expectation. But that's what I was hoping
Because here's the thing. I don't think that they necessarily retain people from just that are always within the same line of succession. I think they do have people on reserve just for whenever that they will just say are part of the family line and put them to succeed if they need to.
What?
Or better yet, maybe they're all Epstein clones.
What my question is, and I'm like my honest question, realistically, without the memes, what did you expect this deal to look like?
Exactly this, and that's why it's funny.
And damn, is Obama wrong about what he said too? Because the deal kind of looks pretty similar.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is. So once again, when it comes to deportations,
it's not one for one, Slender. You're right. It's not one for one.
When it comes to deportations and deals with Iran, Obama did it better.
You know what? That deal.
I don't know if I would say that Obama did it better for the deal part.
Hey, let me fucking rage bait, Slender. Let me fucking rage bait. Rick's here.
Hold on.
Come on.
Let's hear Pops.
Go ahead, Rick.
I want to know about the deal.
That deal is going to last about a week. And we're going to go back.
Hey, it's going to last about a week because Israel's going to go attack something.
Well, here's the thing. Like we said, both sides can still walk away at any time because it's not finalized.
I actually did not consider that. For once, I was taking this at face value. I didn't even consider the fact that somebody might bomb somebody.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, speaking of bombing. Wait, is
What do
that
we?
on our list? Oh, you didn't put that one on the list? You didn't put
What is it?
Moscow.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know. I don't know.
Oh
anything
yeah,
about
bro.
Moscow.
They got smacked by Ukraine.
Ukraine did some of their own bombing.
Okay, hold up. Wait. I'm gonna queue it up for a second. But Pops, because we didn't get him in this half. We didn't get him in this. What's your opinion on the whole the development in the Iran war?
What's my opinion on it?
Yeah. How are you seeing it right now?
I just told you that deal's gonna last about a week. Before somebody fucks it up, and then we're gonna go back to bombing. What's gonna happen? That's what's gonna happen.
Israel's gonna bomb the shit out of somebody.
Oh.
And we ain't gonna say shit about it if they do.
Holy shit.
What? What are you holy shitting about?
I'm seeing the shit in Moscow. Hold on a second. I think somebody's at my door.
Okay. Well, the prior years, it was.
I ordered you a stripper, monkey. It's a male stripper. I'm sorry. It's actually just Eric inside of a cake.
Where is Eric? Did he leave already?
No, dude, he's down in the tunnels. That's where Eric is.
Yeah, he's having a Jewish tunnel meeting. I wish that was like a joke.
Not true.
Yeah, I wish that was.
You wish that Brandon was just making things up.
Yeah.
Brandon's just being anti-Semitic.
Hey, what's gonna happen? Somebody's gonna fuck that up in about a week. Then we're gonna go back to bombing, and Trump's gonna come out and say, "Hey, I tried. I signed a deal."
And do you think this is gonna get the midterms?
I don't know. I don't know, and I don't. You know what? The midterms don't bother me because if you vote for a fucking Democrat, you're a goddamn idiot.
Yeah, but here's the thing, dude. Voting for a Democrat or voting somebody like Massey, anybody like Massey is a win.
Massey, not running.
Bro.
Massey's not running for anything.
Oh no!
He's already lost.
No, he is. He's running back for his seat.
That's about it.
Yeah, and he's going to be running for president.
Oh yeah. I'll vote.
I guarantee he's going to run for president. If he doesn't, he's an idiot. If he doesn't, he's an idiot.
I actually would vote for Thomas Massey.
Absolutely, he's one of the only Republicans I have faith in because he's actually a Republican.
Okay, you guys have faith in that. I have no faith in that guy. That guy's a fucking.
Bro, of course you don't, dude. All you want, Rick. Just let's get honest.
You're a Republican, a conservative, and all that shit.
Let's get honest.
If you don't vote that way, I don't know, bro.
Bro, you don't look. You understand that senators are you're supposed to vote for the best interest of their people. And here's the thing, dude, Donald Trump's policies do not benefit anybody really. Think about the SAVE Act, bro. The big beautiful bill. How many trillions of dollars does that put us in debt? We don't want to be more debt, dude.
The SAVE Act and the big beautiful bill is not the same thing.
Yeah, yes,
and
it
the
is.
SAVE Act hasn't even passed yet.
Neither has the big beautiful bill.
The big beautiful bill passed, yeah.
I don't think so, buddy.
What?
I don't think it did.
The bill is the one that passed. That's the one that passed. It gave us no taxes on tips and fucking overtime and all that shit. That bill already passed. But the Save America Act that has the voting stuff.
Oh yeah, where Donald Trump's trying to rig the. Yeah, I
No, it
remember
ain't a
that.
rig. It's like, dude, I want that. Everybody, fucking 85% of America wants you to show ID and proof of citizenship when you go
Yeah,
vote.
but bro, think about it like this: where do they not have you giving ID? Because I've never voted at a
There's
place that.
14 states that do not require ID to vote.
Do you
California
have?
is the only one.
Do you have to have your voter's registration card?
No.
I don't know.
What do you mean no?
I think
No,
you just
not in
go in there,
Cali.
give them your name, and vote.
Like
That's
you
what
are you telling me?
California
Are you honestly telling me that there are places where you can go with no form of identification and just vote? Like you could
California.
Yeah,
you could.
California is like the
California.
biggest state that you could do that at.
California.
There's people all the time that make TikTok videos about it. It's
They
kind of
go
funny.
in, they tell you, you give them a name, and you vote. That's how it is in California. Do some research. Ask Google. And there's one state that's actually against the law that asks you for an ID, and I think it's California too. Not sure. I forget.
I don't know. Like I said, I've always had to have an ID, so like I just kind of thought that was a bunch of
You
bullshit.
probably always voted in Florida.
No, even here,
That's what I'm talking about. Oh, where are you at? I don't know.
West Virginia.
West Virginia. Well, that's another red state.
Well, yeah, Florida and West Virginia have very similar laws.
36 red states require ID to vote already. Okay? But there's 14 blue states that don't.
Hey, by the way, I love Claude. Claude is awesome.
Yeah, dude. Are you gonna hack some websites?
No, dude, just it gets me the websites for me. Which
Dude.
14 states, by the way? California, Hawaii, Illinois, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, Nevada, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, Oregon, and Vermont, plus Washington, D.C. And I think that's the funniest one.
Is that all the blue states or what? Am I lying or what?
Washington D.C. is definitely a blue state.
That's a territory, but what?
Like, bro, have you ever like just driven around Washington D.C.?
It's
dude?
not
Like,
it's not a total free for all.
Shit's
It's just that
maddening.
identity verification works differently. States that do not require an identity document typically ask for a signature or other identifying information to confirm the voter's eligibility. In practice, voters in no ID states typically encounter verification through poll books, signature comparison, or voter history. And first-time voters, for those with challenged registrations, may be asked for ID or to complete provisional affidavits that can delay counting or require follow-up. Now, this all sounds like an honor system that I'm sure nobody follows.
Ask Google if what states ask you for citizenship to vote or to register to vote. Just ask Google that.
All the states that aren't for the 14 that I just listed.
All states except for the 14. Why are the elections being rigged?
bro, but even Florida was a blue state.
What?
Florida is not a blue state.
Florida.
No, I said Florida was a blue state at one point.
Florida was a purple state. Florida has been a red state.
Florida is reputationally a purple state. It finished red this year, or in this last voting cycle. But it is reputationally purple. The university cities are blue, and then everything around them are red.
Huh.
I know this because when I was a leftist, the popular
So,
meme is so all the educated areas are Democrat. Interesting.
So, are we going to get to the light-skinned Latinos?
Yes, we're going to get to the light-skinned Latinos.
This means you, Rick.
Light-skinned Latinos?
Yeah, but wait,
Yeah,
wait,
they're
wait.
the cause
Before
of all
that-
problems, apparently.
Listen,
Oh,
before,
okay.
listen, before that, Before that, we had two things to get before we get to light skinned Latinos, right?
Oh shit. Okay.
All right, don't jump ahead of me here, fucker. Um, you guys actually put one in the docket for me, so let's check in our buddies Ukraine.
After
We
a
haven't talked about
significant
them in a while.
escalation in the Ukraine war, Ukraine launched one of its largest attacks ever on Moscow, striking an oil refinery on the city's outskirts, sending a fuel storage lid soaring into the air. Huge plumes of black smoke billowed over Moscow for hours today. Moscow's mayor saying nearly 200 drones were part of the assault, which also hit an apartment building near the oil refinery, calling it Ukraine's biggest attack on the capital in 2 years. Ukraine's President Zelensky defending the strikes in an audio message saying, quote, if Putin does not want to end this war, we will not sit quietly. We will respond. Russia's foreign minister vowing Russia will now conduct massive group strikes against Ukraine on a regular basis. Joining me now is Chief International Correspondent Keir Simmons in Zurich. Keir, thanks so much for being here.
Okay. Just saying. Just wait. Let me get this one out. These guys really said, oh, y'all done in Iran? Finally! Fuck! Finally! Can we blow that shit the fuck up already now? Fine, we're never getting a break. We're never getting a break, dude.
Here, so just how significant was this attack by Ukraine?
Well, significant on a number of levels. First of all, the way that you set it out there, Kristen, this is the largest strike on Russia, or series of strikes on Russia by Ukraine since the war began. 200 drones intercepted, just targeting Moscow, according to Russian officials. 1,000 across Russia. Really a barrage, an onslaught from the Ukrainians. And those videos are really bringing it home to people, even if you don't live in Russia, of course. Just those images of oil refineries going up in flames, the lid of a silo blowing off as an explosion took place. One drone appearing to be intercepted, but then the debris falling into that oil refinery and causing another explosion. And that residential building, civilian building, the camera tracks that drone, and then it hits the building. So a really serious attack that is serious in size and also because of the implications.
Go Ukraine, go!
Europe and the US.
Well, and the fact that the attack is literally happening on the doorsteps of Moscow. I mean, could this, in fact, put more pressure on Putin to come to the negotiating table, Keir? How do you see it?
No, that's not happening. That's not happening. He's about to blow up so many Ukrainians over this.
That's what President Zelensky and the Ukrainian leadership are attempting to do. Interestingly, President Putin wasn't in Moscow when these attacks were carried out. So you could say that the argument towards the Russian leader is, we're not trying to target you, but we could. Certainly, it's putting pressure on the Russian economy, on gas supplies for ordinary people.
Like, was this before or after the Oreshnik strikes?
What I find funny about this whole thing with Ukraine and Russia is we should be rooting for for them to blow each other up rather than giving them money. Both those countries suck.
Well, that's how they're blowing each other up.
I'm rooting for Ukraine, bro.
Yeah, like I've been rooting for Ukraine the whole time.
I'm rooting for both of them to fuck each other up.
Nah, man, go Ukraine, go Ukraine, go. You got this, buddies.
Bro. I mean, Putin's an asshole and he should fucking whatever, but
yeah, Zelensky's kind of gangster though.
That guy Zelensky ain't
Hold on, while y'all are doing that, give me 1 second.
Bro,
you take him out of the equation, I bet this war's over.
Yeah, because Ukraine would probably fold since he's their fearless leader, Rick. Why would you do that? You put them at such a disadvantage by taking their fearless leader, Rick. You're a piece of shit for that, Rick. You're just a bad person. Why would you take away their leader, Rick? Why are you trying to pull a fucking Maduro on him?
Because that guy's corrupt. He's corrupt as shit.
And Putin's not corrupt?
Yes, they're both corrupt. That's why I'm saying I'm rooting.
And Donald Trump's not corrupt?
I'm rooting for both of them to fuck each other up.
I see you refuse to answer that.
What, is Trump corrupt? No.
Yeah.
Corrupt. No.
Trump is not corrupt. Okay.
No, Trump's not corrupt. No.
Yeah, neither of those pump and dump crypto schemes. That's not corrupt either.
No. You know who's behind
tax fraud? That's not corrupt. Yeah, 34 corruption felonies, basically fraud.
It's not Trump Senior. It's a Trump, but it's not Trump Senior. That's a Barron thing.
Bro, don't look. All Barron does is run the White House webpage, dude. Come on.
Okay. The crypto thing.
And the Twitter account, and Donald Trump's Twitter account.
They all got into crypto because Barron. Fucking Donnie, Eric, All of them got into crypto. But Donald Trump doesn't know as much as the kids about crypto.
Bro.
Telling you.
Bro, I'm so high I can hear my hair growing right now.
You look high, bro.
Yeah.
You look high.
Yeah.
Sweet. You guys done with Ukraine?
Yeah.
Still... Oh, okay, good. Good. Making sure you're still... We can move on to the next topic now. All right, yeah. All right, cool.
Catch up.
This is my favorite. This is my favorite topic of the day. This is the topic of the day for me.
Breaking this ruling down for us.
Yeah, Lindsay, this was a major gun rights decision. For 60 years, federal law has banned guns for any American who's an unlawful user of or addicted to a controlled substance, even when you're not intoxicated. And that has largely impacted mostly the millions of Americans who now consume cannabis, marijuana, on a regular basis. 40 states have legalized it in some form. And what the Supreme Court said earlier today, an opinion by Justice Neil Gorsuch, is that language is simply too broad. It's unconstitutional to make it a crime to have a gun in your possession simply because you may smoke pot a couple times a week. And that's what happened to the plaintiff in this case, Ali Hamani. He was prosecuted for just that. And Justice Gorsuch saying that you cannot be prosecuted, sent behind bars for up to 15 years and lose your Second Amendment rights simply because you consume a substance like marijuana, Lindsay. So a big impact here, although I will add as a caveat that the court did say its decision was narrow. It does not affect ban on guns for people who are addicts, who are a threat to themselves or others, or who are felons, Lindsay.
And what do you make of the fact that this decision was unanimous?
Who would have thought a gun rights decision would get a unanimous ruling and be a complete loss for Donald Trump? The Trump administration was defending this law and the fact that even occasional users of marijuana should not be allowed to have a gun. He lost here, the court won, and it was done unanimously. In fact, in a concurring opinion, Lindsay, Justice Samuel Alito, staunch conservative, joined Justice Elena Kagan, staunch liberal, in writing that most Americans are okay with marijuana now. It's a lot like alcohol. We don't ban guns for people who drink beers a couple times a week, they wrote.
Good point.
Big win.
That's a good point.
Now you can smoke a motherfucker while you're smoking. Yeah. Hell yeah! Big wins.
Let me tell you something. Just because that's like a law doesn't mean what happened before.
100% agree. Big wins. Gun ownership done right. All right, now we can. Damn it, where's Brandon? We get to his topic and then he's gone.
Stoned out of his mind.
All right. We got to get to the light-skinned Hispanics topic. There he is. That's stalled enough. Okay. We're going to get to it, Brandon. We're finally going to talk about it. Hold on. Wait, let me pull it up. Wait.
We're going to talk about tunnel juice. Is that what we're going to talk about?
Light-skinned
Details
Hispanics.
about an alleged plan to attack the White House during Sunday's UFC event. The FBI says the plot involves snipers and drones strapped with explosive. News Force anchor Gilma Avalos in our newsroom with more information on the plan. And Gilma, the suspect's in custody now.
Natalie, tonight a 19-year-old from Ohio is charged with attempted murder in connection with that startling foil plot to attack the UFC Freedom 250 event at the White House. The deputy director of the Secret Service is calling it a, quote, serious threat and an active plot and says suspects are still at large.
Police were called to 19-year-old Tyson Proper's house last Wednesday. His mother had been concerned about his recent online chats and searches, as well as purchases of firearms. Sheriff's officers turned up thousands of rounds of ammunition and an AR-style rifle after searching his family home. According to the FBI, Proper described the plan for attack in detail during interviews with investigators, including that drones would fly explosives near the UFC arena to detonate them. Then, while the crowd was fleeing, awaiting snipers would open fire.
I'd say it was unique due to the numbers involved, the level of planning involved. It was an active plot, yes, involving purported claim to be plan to use drones, snipers.
Based on statements to the FBI, it does not appear that the president was the target of the threat. The affidavit states that Proper allegedly told them the attack was designed to jumpstart a revolution in the U.S., and that some members in the group chat believe that people who were involved with Jeffrey Epstein should not govern the country. More than 3,000 people attended Sunday's event on the White House lawn. FBI Director Kash Patel wrote in a post, thanks to the rapid action of the FBI, our partners, and the Department of Justice in a multi-state operation, multiple individuals are now in custody, and allegedly planned attacks were stopped cold. While at the G7 summit in France, President Trump told reporters he had not heard about the plot.
I haven't heard about it, no. But I watched the attack that I watched with the fighters.
Now, it appears that in this case, it was that 19-year-old mother who alerted authorities by
Josh Breslow. And I do want to get you to some breaking news that we have been following here throughout today. Now, this information really just coming in. The FBI Director Kash Patel saying that on June 10th, FBI and our law enforcement partners became aware of a potential threat to the UFC America 250 event in Washington, D.C., involving individuals outside of the National Capital Region. And thanks to the rapid action of the FBI, our partners, and the DOJ in a multi-state operation, several individuals are now in custody, and allegedly planned attacks were stopped cold. While the result represented the best of investigative work, it was also nothing out of the ordinary for this law enforcement team. We are built to detect, respond to, and bring to justice those who threaten the lives of American citizens, particularly during large gatherings like the historic UFC 250 fight. That's exactly what we did here. I want to thank our great agents and partners. This work remains ongoing, and we will continue to update the public as permitted. We continue to encourage any American to report anything suspicious at 1-800-CALL-FBI. Now, you can see the actual post itself from Fox News that he quote tweeted there. That is over on the left-hand side of your screen. It says, FBI disrupts alleged explosive drone plot targeting White House UFC event. And again, that is coming.
Welcome back into Live Now from Fox. I'm Ryan Schmelz. We're going to take this tweet right now from Bill Malhusian, which is the latest here from the alleged plot that happened over the weekend related to the White House UFC event here. Breaking details via federal arrest affidavit reveal that a California man named Michael Allen Thomas was one of the alleged organizers of the alleged UFC White House terror plot. Feds say he admitted he believes the U.S. government is run by elites who sacrifice and eat children, had involvement with Jeffrey Epstein, and are protected by President Trump. Investigators took screenshots of his signal chats in which details of the plot were discussed and maps of the USC event were shown with suggestions on where snipers should be placed. Feds also recovered rifles and ammo. Sources tell colleague David Spunt those in custody are American citizens and there is no foreign nexus believed to be at play. Now we're going to go and bring in Robert Garland. He's a former NYPD detective. And sir, what do you make of where this plot stands right now? What has been revealed so far by the FBI related to it?
Well, following a reported plot to use explosive drones and snipers against attendees at the White House UFC event Sunday, police nabbed 5 people. FBI Director Kash Patel praising the work of agents he says prevented the attack. Live to CBS News Justice reporter Jake Rosen. So, Jake, what do we know about the plot and the takedown here?
That's right, Reed. We are getting more details as court filings in these cases are starting to trickle in. According to at least one document, here's kind of how the plan would have worked, allegedly, according to an FBI affidavit. There would have been, Reed, a protest or distraction demonstration on the north lawn of the White House on Sunday evening by this group of individuals who appear that they met all online, started to talk in a number of different apps, including Signal and TikTok. From there, they mobilized to start creating a plan. There are screenshots in some of these court filings of where some of these members wanted other members, of, whether it's the sniper teams, like you pointed out, or these drone teams to go. From there, the drones would have flown over or as close to the White House as they could have gotten, dropped explosives out of the drones, or use the drones as explosive devices, either by flying them into something or something like that. And then from there, once the chaos happened, as we know and we've covered for a couple of days, Reed, there were huge watch parties along the National Mall. Once the chaos from that began, there would have been some kind of gunfire aimed at attendees, and singling out, specifically, at least in the case of one of these individuals who was charged as part of this conspiracy to attack politicians in the crowd who have been taking money from AIPAC, which is a powerful lobbying group that works to support Israel. There also then would have been an attempt to kind of breach the White House gates. It's a very well-detailed plan, at least according to these initial court filings. It's not exactly clear to us, though, whether the groups actually had the drones or the machinations to make some kind of explosive attach to them, but at least according to what we've read so far, Reed, thousands of rounds of ammunition, different kinds of weaponry, tactical vests, and other gear were all found in these various people's homes. They were all planning to meet right near Washington, D.C. and Virginia on Sunday, and then move down to the nation's capital to execute this before it was thwarted by law enforcement.
You know, you talk about the intentionality expressed in the planning about members who have been a part of AIPAC.
Hello?
Members?
Yeah, I don't know if this, my bad, I was muted. I don't
You
know.
know,
I don't know if this is light-skinned Hispanics, dude.
There's an update. There's an update.
Where'd the light-skinned Hispanics go?
Hold on. There's an update to that too. One of the guys was an illegal alien.
Oh, okay. Light-skinned Hispanics are back on the menu. All right, whoo.
Yeah,
for a
dude.
second there, we're starting to sound like some Timothy McVeigh types. You know?
Dad, what were you like in the 90s?
Like, honest to God truth, until he said there was an illegal alien involved, I was thinking this. I was muted, so I was sitting there pausing and going, dude, I don't know if this is light-skinned Hispanics. This sounds like...
What I heard, that's what I heard today. That's the update.
Yeah. One of them is definitely a light-skinned Hispanic, and we're very suspicious of him because we think he may be Cuban, and it might be Cuban terrorism.
Okay.
That's what I initially thought, and then we just went through this whole...
Yeah, no, it was planned out by several people.
It sounds like some fucking Timothy
story
McVeigh
I
shit.
heard on the news a little while ago was that the guy, the fucking leader guy or the brains of the operation was an illegal alien that was in
Oh my God! It's Cuban terrorism!
It is?
Illegal alien from where?
I don't know.
He's from fucking Cuba. Oh, he's from fucking Cuba, dude.
Wherever he's from, he's an illegal alien.
He's from fucking Cuba, dude.
Monkey says it has to be Cuba because he's light-skinned Hispanic.
No, it's gotta be Cuban terrorism.
And light-skinned Hispanics, no other light-skinned Hispanics.
You're telling me an illegal alien's behind the mastermind behind it? This is fucking Cuban terrorism, bro. They're trying to prevent the next stop. That's...
Bro, wait, let me ask a question. Was there ever actually any Cuban terrorism?
I don't know. What do you mean now, here, in this situation?
No, I mean like Cuban terrorism on U.S. soil? Was that ever a thing?
Yeah, it was a thing. Absolutely, it was a thing.
But can you name an instance of it?
Not off the top of my head.
Wouldn't it be like the drug wars in the 80s?
Just like good Cubans came over here, bad Cubans came over here during the boat lift, the Mario boat lift. So
yeah, but
a lot of bad Cubans from the jails, just like Trump says, from the jails, from the fucking institutions, that it all into the country, and that's what the Mario boat lift did. It brought in all those fucking kind of people, and those people were bad people. Okay, so that wouldn't. Yes, there was definitely.
But is that what like? But not like Cuban terrorists, like with guns and blowing up buildings.
One thing I know about Cubans, being a Cuban,
you know what, Clark,
is when we're good, we're real good. But when we're bad, we're real bad.
Yeah, I know. We saw the Cuban Revolution.
That's just it in a nutshell. That old fuck that died kept that country for fucking how many years?
Must have been doing something right.
I guess.
I mean, people put him in power forever.
I don't think after the revolution, people had a say. Let's put it that way. People didn't have a say. They come in, they took everybody's property, they distributed the way they wanted to. And basically, all the money that comes into the country, they sit in their mansions, all nice and fucking, and the whole country is starving.
Dude, so
that's Cuba in a nutshell.
So here's the answer to your question. The answer to your question, in short, is a group called Omega 7. Yes, from the years 1974 to 1983, Omega 7 was a fanatical anti-Castro Cuban exile group founded in 1975 with the stated goals of keeping alive the fight against Castro's communist government since its inception. Its group committed 50 terrorist acts by 1983, including political assassination. Its primary targets were representatives of the Cuban government. The FBI identified Omega 7 as having claimed responsibility for at least 2 murders and 30 bombings in New York and Miami. And at its peak, the FBI labeled it the most dangerous terrorist organization operating in the United States.
Oh.
Told you.
There is also an espionage network called the WASP Network. 7 Cuban spies known as the WASP Network were convicted of or confessed to espionage or related crimes. The group sought to infiltrate U.S. Southern Command headquarters. One was convicted for delivering a message to the Cuban government that contributed to the death of 4 flyers from the Brothers to the Rescue, who were shot down in 1996 by Cuban MiGs in international airspace.
MiGs. Come on, man. MiGs, bro. Fucking MiGs.
Hey, dude, I'm. This is what Claude gives me. So yeah, there has been actual instances of Cuban terrorism on U.S. soil.
Well, that's good to know, because I've always heard about these Cuban terrorists, but never heard anything about them.
I'm telling you.
That's kind
So
of
light-skinned Cubans.
Light-skinned Cubans.
Now,
light-skinned
these light-skinned
Hispanics.
Cubans, light-skinned Hispanics, which is Cubans.
And there's other like some Mexicans come out a little white, you know.
Yeah, they have that one boxer who has like ginger hair.
Colombians come out white as fuck. Brazilians come out white as fuck.
Yeah. I know the kind. But then there's those kinds where you just get jungle fever.
Matter of fact, some Puerto Ricans actually come out white as shit too. So like,
Swendy knows.
I've been doing Slender's job tonight. Slendy's
yeah,
taking
he's
a break.
quiet. What's going on with that? I don't even think he's there.
Slender, you got anything? What do you think about this fucking terrorist plot on the UFC?
That's pretty intricate.
Well, so I've been hearing all kinds of different things about that, but it hasn't really been like anything like. I'm trying to verify everything on it, but because I really don't know on that one. It's been very weird, everything that I've been seeing about it. Supposedly the guy
Almost
was
like it's manufactured.
I guess if you want to say that, sure.
Yeah, it's just weird. Like, why didn't the Secret Service even know about it?
All I'm saying is, we need a reason to get into Cuba, and that illegal alien is probably going to be Cuban.
Exactly.
I'm just saying.
Whether he's Cuban or not.
Whether he's Cuban or not, that motherfucker's gonna be Cuban.
Bro, he's probably just an Israeli. Whoa. No, like once I saw that, I'm like, dude, I would think these are all just white nationalists, but no, these. Like, how
For
did
a second, dude, it sounded like that was where we were going with this. Like, I thought this was going to be.
How did we get to like white nationalists being led by Mexicans or Puerto Ricans or whatever they are, some kind of Italian?
I don't think any of those people were white nationalists.
Right.
For a second I thought they were.
Hold on, bro. Hold on. We're talking about what was the other guy? The one that was like supposedly 19 years old.
Yeah, that dude looked like he was.
He was a white nationalist.
That dude looked like he was an extra in the fucking American History X.
Hey, bro, he's straight out of the fucking.
That guy looks like he's an extra in American History X, bro.
Straight out of the casting call, bro. straight out of casting call into the fake shooter
You
lineup.
gotta be a fucked up kid when your fucking mom turns you in. Okay?
That does not that just tells me that this guy might be a Nazi.
Could be. Who knows?
Bro. But he may have just came here to fuck your bitch.
That could
Alright.
also be a possibility.
Like, I'm just saying, it could be.
We're gonna stay on the UFC. Alright.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Hey, shout out to Trump for having the balls to put some shit like this on. And if I'm gonna say anything, there's only one person more incredible than the Incredible Hulk, and that's my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Now listen, Alex Pereira, I want a shama on your mama. And lastly, Michelle Obama is a man. Am I right, America?
Ladies and gentlemen, Josh Hogan.
Hey, shout out.
Am I right, America?
So, yeah, I might have pissed off some people.
Monkey, stop. I just sent you a clip I want you to play. I just sent you a clip from X.
Hey, bro.
I want you to listen to this clip very carefully.
Oh man. Hold on, I gotta move it to somewhere where I can bring it up. Do.
Because I was like, whoa. But y'all need to listen carefully to this clip.
Okay. Hold on a sec here. Let me bring it up.
Oh, dude. I can't believe, like, in 2 more months, it's going to be 7 years since Jay Epps died.
What?
Yeah, J-Dog.
What?
Yeah, Mr. Epstein. 7 years. In August. God bless his soul.
And we're still talking about the fucking guy.
God bless his soul.
Jeez.
Shut the fuck up, bro.
Of course he would. Of course he
Bro,
would.
his vision is going to live on in Albania.
Wait.
With Kushner Island.
This is what I was just linked. Okay.
And that's, that warms my heart, particularly as a black man.
I hate you.
So, what was that?
By the way, Hokid, after the outrage, said there was no outrage when Melania Trump was an escort. There was no outrage when Charlie Kirk brought his own death upon himself, or Charlie Kirk deserved to die. So y'all can kiss my ass. So hey, let's ask a question.
So what do you say about that clip, though? What do you say about that? I mean,
I don't know if I think you would also have to take into account that maybe, just maybe, it's not an actual clip.
There's also another clip about.
I'm not going to call you a boomer, but.
Hey, I don't know. I just tell you what I hear. And apparently your generation hears it too.
Yeah, apparently, yeah. Like, but then again, like.
So this ain't a boomer. This ain't a boomer.
This may be just a rumor, but we cannot ignore the fact that Melania, yes, is a high-priced hooker. That has been proven thanks to the
She
Epstein
was,
files.
probably. She was when she was a model, I'm sure. Who knows? But right now, she's not a high-priced hooker.
And like just people need to keep Charlie Kirk's name out of their goddamn mouths.
Yes. I agree.
He was a sweet boy.
He was a good person.
Yeah, Erica
Do you
Kirk is a
think-
monster, though.
Do you think that maybe
What?
we're already having like a really extravagant UFC fight on the White House lawn? Or what? You know what? Never mind. I'm not gonna ask this fucking question because I
What?
already
That
know.
it's like very similar.
This
to the end days
all
of
was
Rome?
just meant to piss off liberals from top to bottom. So since
And it
I'm
was
not
the
gonna.
best event that I've
Yeah.
ever seen fighting.
Like,
So I'm
not gonna lie, it was pretty
I'm
good.
not gonna ask stupid questions. So I guess I'll say this because I said it off in our hangout yesterday. But I need you to understand something.
Pretty good.
Like because Pops doesn't watch UFC. All right, so like
Who says I don't want UFC?
you don't watch it as dedicatedly. Trust me. I'm gonna give you some lore here.
Okay.
All right. Hokit came into this fight like the night before he was throwing up over himself, so everybody was making fun of him. But he came into this fight on the White House lawn, and he was fighting Derek Lewis. I love Derek Lewis. All right, one of my favorite UFC fighters that I've watched fight. I've only seen Derek Lewis beat the shit out of people. So he's up against a monster, dude. Like Donald Trump asked for this guy to be here. All right. So Hokit goes, looks at Derek Lewis, flips him the fuck off, then proceeds to spend 2.5 minutes beating the fuck out of Derek Lewis's head in a way that I've never seen Derek Lewis be beaten before. Knocked Derek Lewis out on punches, like clean, knocked him out. And then after all of that, then he said Michelle Obama was a man.
Gangster.
One that is like one of the most incredible fucking Republican like led stories that you're gonna like. He's become a hero forever to the Red Hatters. Like he's gonna. If there was a fucking stadium that they could build a statue, he's already got it made. He might get one in front of the White House, as a matter of fact. But secondly, man, Derek Lewis really let black people down hard. Is all I'm trying to say. Like Derek.
Wasn't he the champion there?
No, he wasn't a
it's because he's
champion.
not black.
He was the badass in that fight. He was supposed to be the badass in that fight. Yeah, man. Like, listen, Lewis. Damn, dude. Like, damn.
Remember, bro, we had a discussion. We had a discussion in the group chat the other day. Like, bro, only black people can talk about other black people like that. You can't say that he let black people down, bro.
Listen.
You can't say that. Yeah.
Listen, I totally listen. I totally can call balls and strikes here.
See,
and
wait a minute.
Letting Josh Hokit do that to you, and then all that shit that he did after he did that to you, that was really fucked up to the black community. That's all I'm saying,
bro. And what's wrong with that statement? I mean,
listen, dude. It's just a bigoted statement. It's just a bigoted
not really
statement.
bigoted, bro. First of all, we're not.
It's just him exercising his white privilege.
Me or him is not white people.
He's exercising his light-skinned Hispanic privilege, which is just white passing.
That's bullshit. See, in my country, we have black people, and we don't fucking play that game between.
Yeah,
white
have you
people.
tried crystals?
Huh?
Have you tried using crystals?
Dude,
I was about to say I love Crystal Burger, but okay, we're talking about something different.
That's fucking disgusting. No, I'm publicly shaming you. That is fucking disgusting, Rick.
This is the only country in the world where black people and white people have to be pit against each other for some reason, and that's bullshit.
Yeah, you'd like to be more like Cuba, wouldn't you?
Dude, in Cuba, black people and white people treated each other the same.
I know, right? The joys of communism.
Huh?
The joys of communism.
Before the communism, bro. I'm talking about.
I hate you. Fucking fuck off, Brandon.
It's true, bro. I mean, you can play games, be funny, but it's a truth.
Yeah, we all know this, dude. Like racism in America is hilarious.
So why should it be?
But here's the thing, though. But here's the thing, dude.
That dude let it down.
If it wasn't black people or Hispanic people, and let's say it was a nice boy from Palestine, it would be a different story.
He let down the Jews, bro. Then he let down the Jews. Okay? I don't care if it's Pablo from Mexico. He let down the Mexican. Okay? And the fucking Cuban boxer, he let down the Cubans. I mean, it's the same shit.
I'm sorry, that was funny. But he let down all the Mexicans. All right.
It is what it is. It's not a big deal. I don't know.
Like that
well, you're not Mexican, so you can't speak on the Mexicans' opinion.
Oh, whatever.
Listen, it's pretty
fucked
up.
You're being very bigoted.
It ain't bigoted, man. It's just fucking whatever. You know, it's.
Listen, your racism is overwhelming me. I don't feel comfortable.
It's not bigoted if you don't make it bigoted.
I'm feeling very. I'm being. This is a literal Holocaust.
Listen. Before the last thing I'll say on the UFC event is, y'all need to stop tripping that we had a UFC event on the White House on some real shit. Okay, wait. I need the floor for this. Wait.
Last year was transvestite.
I posted a status, right, that said, like, damn, because I couldn't believe it truthfully that I was watching all this shit in front of the White House, and we got fucking fighters coming out of the Oval Office and shit, and fucking doing a big old walk in front of the fucking wall of presidents and shit, like, and they were deep in that White House, and I'm also considering, like, they made locker rooms out of some of these rooms in the White House. They had to, because that's how fucking the fighters are warming up and shit. So, like, I'm watching all of this at the White House and like a full UFC production, right? So I make a status. I'm like, I'm really watching a UFC event at the White House. And all my fucking liberal friends, man. Jesus. Like, without a fucking...
They got mad about it?
Without a hesitation, like, oh, you're watching that. I'm not watching UFC. That probably fucking those pedophiles throwing their UFC event. How could you watch that? Let me tell you something, man. First off, I know all of you and none of you watch UFC on the regular, so y'all can stop fucking fronting. All right? Because that's
and Monkey supports those pedophiles.
No, secondly, I'm watching the UFC when Derek Lewis fights and when fucking Justin Gaethje fights, and I'm watching that. Like, I'm watching that. If McGregor fights, I'm watching that. I don't care if that event is being paid for and sponsored by Hamas and Osama bin Laden's estate. I'm watching that.
That would
because
be better than,
because I like sports. They could be slaughtering baby seals on the sidelines in Dolphin Stadium, but if the Dolphins are playing, they could be a 1-10 fucking team. I'm still going to watch because I like sports.
Did you ever think of that as a sport? Because it kind of is.
I'm not from China, so
it's not China. It's Canada.
Oh, cool. crazy.
Yeah, they slaughter baby seals there.
I thought it was China that does that. But, all right, cool.
No,
cool,
they
cool.
bashed him on the head with a baseball bat.
But the point I'm trying to make is like the grandstand that to me on my bullshit on my status is like it's gonna matter to me. Like understand that I have no moral compass when it comes to watching sports. Okay?
Liberals unite.
Like zero moral compass, all right? Like they're all uniformed by Nike, which is sweatshop children. Like I've already like gotten over whatever it is. See, I'm watching the UFC. But having said that, damn, what a crazy like they were deep in that White House, bro. I wonder if they fucked anything up in there.
Bro. I wonder if Don Jr. left a bag of cocaine in there.
I wonder how many bags of cocaine was on the White House lawn. Think about that.
I don't know, but yeah.
Because it was a whole ass UFC event, right? You know motherfuckers were probably yeeted up in there, man.
I can barely open my left eye.
Alright, listen. Let's get to this next thing, alright? Let's get to this next thing, alright? I saved Jews for last.
The expectations for Israel. Can this deal survive if Israel attacks Lebanon?
It can, and I consider that the minor war. Iran's a big one, but we have that little pinprick out there that constantly rears its head, and that's Hezbollah. And I was very responsible for Syria, and the man that's running Syria now is a person that I put there along with President Erdogan and some others. He's done an amazing job of pulling it together. He's not a Boy Scout, but he's done an amazing job of pulling it together. And he is very good with Hezbollah, does not like them. And I'll tell you what, Israel's fighting Hezbollah too long, and too many people are being killed. And you don't have to knock down an apartment house every time you're looking for somebody, because there are a lot of people in those apartment houses, and they're not all Hezbollah, that I can tell you. And I suggested to Israel to let Syria take care of Hezbollah. Because to be honest with you, I think they do a better job of doing it. And I didn't like Syria. I didn't like where 2 hours before we're signing the agreement, that there was an attack in Lebanon, in Beirut. It wasn't like in the southern side, it was in Beirut. I did not like that. I let them know that. I didn't like it, not at all. But I think that Syria, he's pulled that country together amazingly quickly. He's very capable. And he's been very good for me. He's protected everything that I've asked for, he's done. And if Israel can't do the job without killing everyone else, he'll do the job. Syria will do the job.
Are you frustrated with Netanyahu, sir?
No, we had a great relationship. We're talking about some end details. I didn't like the did an attack based on there's a very minor little thing with some drones that were released, and he ends up doing I saw that attack. I saw where that bomb went. Did you see what that was that was too much. You can do too much also. But we've had a very effective relationship. Without us, without the United States, there would be no Israel. Without me, there would be no Israel, because no other president was willing to do what I did. I've had a great relationship with Bibi, but now Bibi has to be more responsible with respect to Lebanon. Lebanon used to be a great country. It was a country where you had professors, doctors, lawyers. The great intellect was in Lebanon. Now it's terrible. I would say of all countries, they've been treated the worst. And they can't defend themselves. And they have Hezbollah, which is a problem for them. So now I'm not happy with the way Israel has handled themselves with Lebanon and with Hezbollah. They should have been able to do the job faster. It just goes on forever. And when that happens, it throws a negative light on the big deal, and that's the deal with Iran. So when you ask me about Bibi, an unbelievable relationship. But Israel would have been blown up a long time ago had I not gotten involved. Two things I did. I terminated the Iran nuclear deal. Barack Hussein Obama sold out Israel.
Barack Hussein Obama.
Sold them out. How anybody can vote for this guy or the party, the Democrats I call them, because they're dumb. They're dumb people. That's number one. How anybody can vote for them. And the second was the B-2 bombers, just totally dismissed. So they had the right, they're the JCPOL. I watch these politicians, I watched a senator read that nobody ever heard of the other day. Well, this deal is the same as the deal with Barack Obama. No. This deal is a wall to a nuclear weapon. His deal was a road to a nuclear weapon. My deal, they can't have a nuclear. They get blown up. If they have a nuclear weapon, they get blown up. In his deal, they were allowed to have a nuclear weapon. And in all fairness to Bibi, I remember very well, Bibi came to Washington and begged Obama not to make that deal. And Obama was on the side of Iran, not Israel. And he made the deal. That deal was a disaster. I terminated that deal. And if I didn't terminate, and it was very tough after the termination, And if I didn't do that, Howard knows better than anybody. If I didn't terminate that deal, I believe that Israel wouldn't be here right now. And the second one was what we did with respect to the nuclear dust, as I call it, right? We blew it up. The mountain collapsed on top. You can't get to it. And they were 2 weeks away from having a nuclear weapon. And if they had a nuclear weapon, they would have used it on Israel, and I hate to say it, and probably the rest of the Middle East, because they had all those missiles aimed at the Emir, at Saudi Arabia, at UAE, at Kuwait, at Bahrain. I mean, the biggest surprise in this whole thing, I didn't think you guys would. I thought he would aim at Israel, but he didn't aim at Israel, much less. He aimed at your countries. And actually, that was a mistake for them, because it brought us, these countries, in particular the 5 countries, it brought us, I mean, he even had Turkey once. I never understood it. Nobody's going to understand it. That's the problem. They're totally irrational people. And those people are now gone. And I think Iran has rational leadership now. But you wouldn't have, if it weren't for the United States of America, with me, because Obama was the opposite, Israel would not exist right now. Israel would have been blown off the face of the earth, 100%. And every smart person in Israel knows that.
Meanwhile, the Strait of Hormuz is officially back open for business.
Every smart person in Israel knows that.
So Brandon, what do you think about the Jews controlling America now, man?
Oh, I love the fact that he stood up for himself. But best believe it's gonna have consequences.
Yeah.
The guy was a Dr. Dreamer, the ringleader. They're showing him on TV right now.
He was a what?
He was a DACA illegal alien that was a DACA recipient from Obama.
Of course they're going to blame Obama.
The guy's name is Abraham Alvarez.
What country is he
I thought you said he was.
They know all this shit and they don't know what country he's from. What country is he from?
Dude, I'm reading.
It's weird. His name is Abraham. Abraham.
Dr. Dreamer was the ringleader. Manhunt underway from the UFC terror plot suspects.
His name was Abraham.
Terry, I'm talking to them.
Yeah.
All right. So that was our last topic. But yeah, dude.
Yeah, they're big mad.
So what happened? No Jews controlling what happened to the Zog, man?
Bro, you'll see.
What do you mean we'll see?
Dude, you'll see.
What's that supposed to mean?
You know, Iran doesn't really get shit until they comply fully. So,
and Monkey, you're still not asking about the tunnel Jews.
But we already covered tunnel Jews.
Yeah, I know. But why are they going into the sewers, bro? With industrial equipment, dude. Terror plot, bro. This is what happens when you say no to them. This is what happens when you say no to them.
They what? They run up in your tunnels and leave bloody mattresses?
Who knows if that's all they're leaving, bro?
Listen, man. I feel like that's some bullshit.
Bro, what? Wait, you think the sewer one is bullshit?
No, I think that it's some bullshit that we can't just we can't just stand up for ourselves and not have fucking tunnel Jews.
Yeah. It's always something. Rick, like, bro, you need to get educated on these tunnel Jews.
You mean the tunnels underneath New York that they were trafficking kids from?
Yeah, bro.
Heard all about it.
Yeah, and this, what, just now the 71 girls, Rick? 71 girls?
71 girls.
They found 71 girls down in the sewers.
Dead?
All Jewish girls.
Were they dead?
No, they're just hanging out like it was normal. It's like, it's just weird. It's weird. Like, bro, it's weird. I'm sorry.
You were sick, bro.
Bro, I must know. Like, it's not like I'm accusing them of something crazy, like maybe planting a bomb under the streets of New York, because false flags are their specialty. But what I'm trying to say is that whatever it is, it's fucking weird. Like, it's weird. Like, oh, 70, like close to 100 fucking underage girls just hanging out in the sewer. What were they doing? Rituals? Were they just hanging out? Were they passing a bowl around? Why were you in the sewer just hanging out? Like, tell me you were passing a joint. Tell me, like, you're passing a joint and you didn't want it. You're fucking babushka to find you smoking a joint with your friends or something like that.
But 71, like what kind of a joint?
I don't know, bro. Like, bro, who knows? They may take one hit apiece. And
There's
you know,
no
a good
joint
portion
that goes 71 fucking hits, dude.
Yeah, but most likely they won't inhale.
That doesn't solve the problem I'm presenting.
They don't know if it's kosher.
By the way, is pepper spray kosher?
What about chloroform?
Is it kosher? I don't know.
You could pepper spray them, then chloroform and bring them down to the sewers. You could do it, Monkey. Trust me. Anyways, but yeah, like, I feel like Israel's big mad about this deal because I don't know, like, they realized
Because they want more dead Iranians.
Yeah, the jig is up, dude. So they're gonna either just
now we're about to start
Lebanon
caring
again.
about Ukraine again.
I'll be right back.
No, I guarantee you, within the week, they're gonna claim that Hezbollah launched some missiles, and they're gonna turn around and go right back
we need
to bombing.
we gotta fucking shut up, Israel. We're going back to Ukraine. Time to fucking.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought,
time to
like, hey,
change
look,
the channel to
that was
Russians.
that was the best thing Donald Trump said in his entire career. He was just like, no, the big boys are talking now.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like, go back to the kids' table.
Exactly.
Like,
Wait,
somehow
Israel controlled him. I thought Israel controlled everything.
Somehow he pawned the blame off on Israel. I'm sure they're just as shocked.
But
got it.
Wait,
it feels good.
Wait, are you saying that you can admit that
That
Israel
maybe
isn't in control here?
Bro, he may have just took back control.
Just took back control. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, obviously he was cucking for him for a very long time.
Look, man, it's okay. As long as you now know who Daddy is, it's all okay.
Little Daddy still has some pull.
Like I said, shut up. Let the big boys talk. Go back to the table with your friends in Palestine.
I have absolutely
we have real work to talk
no
about.
faith that Iran's going to stick to this deal. So,
why do you think Iran is the one who's not going to stick to it?
Because Iran hasn't ever.
Iran has proven to be the most honorable country out of the whole lot right now.
Give me a break. They haven't stuck to a deal ever in their fucking lives.
They stuck to the Obama deal.
They didn't stick to no Obama deal.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did.
That's why they had 60% fucking enriched uranium. Ah, okay. Yes.
It's not very hard to just enrich some uranium.
Yeah.
And how much did they actually have? Can you tell me a number?
Enough to make 10 fucking nuclear bombs.
But did they make those nuclear bombs?
No, they didn't.
Could they have been using it for nuclear reactors?
No, because you don't enrich uranium 60% for a nuclear reactor.
Bro, are you a physicist now?
No, I listen.
Listen, 60%. I don't think that could actually make a nuclear bomb.
No, but in about 2 weeks, it would have been 90%, and then it does.
Oh, you know what's crazy? For like the past 20 years, they've been saying they're gonna have a bomb in 2 weeks.
No, the fact is that they had 60% enriched uranium.
Do you remember that? Do you remember when like Netanyahu went in front of Congress with that Acme style Wile E. Coyote shaped bomb with
Don't
the
bring that up
beans
because
on
he
it?
wasn't wrong. He
I
wasn't
mean,
wrong.
he was wrong
No,
because
he
they
was
didn't have a
warning
bomb.
us back then what was happening. So no, he
They, they,
wasn't.
they didn't have a bomb then. They didn't have one now. Like it's
So
kind
we
of
should
like.
wait till they have a bomb? Should we wait till they have a bomb?
But what I'm saying is
No,
they
but
have
what I'm
never
saying
no.
is, should we wait till they have a bomb to
Well,
just have good faith that they're not going to fucking set it off?
well, here's the question: who are you to say a sovereign country cannot have a bomb?
America.
America.
No, I'm saying like Rick. Honestly, like think about it. Even if we're America, honestly,
Oh,
who
you
has
know
the
what?
right to say that?
America,
Excuse
because
no, wait,
even
time
a
out, time out.
superpower
I
comes with
answered that
fucking
incorrectly. I answered that incorrectly.
responsibility.
The answer was daddy. That was the
But
answer. We're daddy.
yeah, but you already learned the lesson about giving Israel a bomb because they threatened you with it.
Israel has never
Israel never
threatened
threatened
us
us
with
with
a
no
bomb.
bomb.
Yes, they have.
No, because Israel's still on the map. That's how I know that's not true.
No, bro. Go check out the boy. You're fucking the guy they sent home, the spy.
No credible guy
Like
has
there
made
was an
no
actual
threats
operation. Like go look.
with no bomb.
Oh, they definitely have the bomb. They have
Those
200
are
of them.
delusions of grandeur, bro, because it's
Yeah.
never happened.
I only know that because they're still on the map, bro.
Well,
I mean, only in
I think America is learning.
only in the year 2020. Well, a little bit before that, but only since not too long ago have all you Democrats like turned on Israel for some fucking unknown reason.
I'm not a Democrat.
Okay, the Democrats. That only a little while ago.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
were all,
Like,
we were all Democrats.
but here's the thing though. Were they actively carrying out a genocide?
Who?
Israel. Yeah, because they are now.
Okay, they are now.
Yeah, yeah. Enough for people to notice.
Dude, you know what? If I was them and they fucking come into my country and killed a bunch of fucking babies and women and fucking all kinds of shit like
They did. It was his
you
name
know
was
what,
Jeffrey
bro?
Epstein.
I'd be fucking killing them too.
Yeah, but they did come into your country and kill babies. His name was Jeffrey Epstein.
Listen, I'm
But
never.
here's the thing though, what you're talking about, like, the burnt babies or the beheaded babies, that was proven to be false many times.
Podcast. Wow.
How was that proven false?
Look it up.
No. I hate that answer.
Yeah, well, I can't help you. It's going to cut me out of the chat. Well, I'm really stoned, so I'm going to get off here.
Well, it is the end of the fucking show anyway, so.
Are those Pringles you have?
Spicy guacamole.
Dude, why did I just learn those aren't even potato chips? They're made from, like, wood pulp.
That's not what they're made of.
Right.
Yeah,
But
they're
it's
not
good
made
for
from
you.
potatoes.
Dried potatoes.
Bro.
Soybean.
They don't even qualify as a chip.
Are those Pringles?
Yeah.
Oh man, dude, those aren't potato chips. Rick, those are the worst potato chips you can fucking.
Yeah, they're just basically made out of like potato pulp. Like Like it's weird.
I know they taste good, but they're the worst fucking potato chips you can eat.
Why?
And the most
Yeah,
fatty.
they're made out of a lot of bullshit, dude.
Why?
He doesn't care. He doesn't care. They taste good. Like they do taste good. I love Pringles, but
Yeah,
it
I
kind
know
of
it's good, but can't eat them.
I kind of upset that it's not like real
Ingredients: dried potatoes, vegetable oil, soybean, degerminated yellow corn flour, cornstarch,
What is
rice flour. I don't know what maltodextrin is. That's a weird one.
Yeah, bro. Like, like why do they have rice flour and potato flour, or cornstarch? Like, what? Why rice flour?
Well,
Why are you
hold
adding a
on.
bunch of rice to some potato chips, bro?
Dude, best potato chips you can have is right. Slice them right off the potatoes with fire.
Hey, you know what's really like, dude? Those kettle cooked chips are where it's at.
Yeah, they're pretty good too. Kettle chips.
Like the jalapeno kettle cooks.
All right, so here's the thing of Lay's, right?
Yeah, but the thing is that the shitty ways,
Kettle
like the
cooked?
plain ways,
No. Bacon grilled cheese.
the baked ways.
Yeah.
Go for it. What is on there?
Potatoes, vegetable oil, soybean. Less than 2% of maltodextrin. So what's in there?
Maltodextrin.
Maltodextrin. Yeah, maltodextrin. Whatever. Penile.
Penile?
Wait, no, just that's a callback from an earlier episode. Whey, salt, cheddar cheese, potassium, salt, dextrose, disodium
But-
phosphate.
Yeah,
buttermilk,
chemicals. Yeah, yeah. But
yeast.
here's the thing. Where's all the soy or the wheat flour and cornstarch and
There's
rice
wheat
flour?
in here. There's wheat in here.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I don't know where there's rice flour. I don't think there is rice flour.
Yeah, there isn't Pringles.
There's blue cheese.
Blue cheese. Hey, let me ask. For wings, like blue cheese or ranch, bro?
Blue cheese.
Blue cheese, 100%.
Hell yeah.
100%.
That's not even a question.
You know what? We did miss Rick on the Carmelo Anthony thing. I'd love to hear his opinions on that.
Oh,
I'm gonna start a
yeah,
timer
why
for
not?
90 seconds.
What about Carmelo Anthony? What's your opinion on it?
What's the deal?
We already spoke about it.
What?
Like, bro, it's kind of disgusting.
We spoke
Like
about
the dude's parents like grifted for money, then spent it on fucking bullshit. Left him there alone as a sentence. Like on top of that, no, he's guilty. He's guilty.
Yeah.
Like, and then his mother has the nerve to go on national television saying, "I just give up. We can't defend ourselves.
Yeah.
We can't go to the law.
Yeah.
What are we to do?
Sitting
What
in a
are we
nice
to do?"
mansion that she bought.
It's like, bitch,
Sitting in a
no.
sitting in a nice mansion that she bought with donation money.
Yeah, bro. Like, bitch, what? And your son's in jail.
Yep.
And I highly doubt anyone's gonna take that case pro bono after, you know, you getting shut down heinously. All right, dude. I'm gonna get off
The
here
dad
now.
might be a little bit crazy, by the way.
Yeah, they all may be a little bit crazy.
Not Carmelo's. Austin's. Austin's dad might be a little bit.
No, dude. No, he was pissed.
Well, yeah, sure, pissed, but I also think he might have a few screws loose.
Yeah, I'd be pretty pissed too.
Can you elaborate on that? Like, why?
Just it's a vibes thing, you know what I'm saying? Just
He
guy
did give off that
strikes.
vibe. He
Guy
did give off
strikes
a
me as
vibe
a
like
little
he
bit
used to beat
crazy.
him or something.
That or he's overcompensating for his role.
Erectile dysfunction.
For his role in the family.
Oh,
Maybe he
no,
wasn't. Maybe he wasn't as.
Maybe he's trying to get some YouTube
Maybe he
videos.
wasn't
and
at
start a
every football game. You know what I'm saying?
Is he gonna start a? He's probably gonna start a podcast now.
That last fight, UFC at the White House was fucking phenomenal. That guy took a beating.
Pretty sure his rib was broken.
Yeah, definitely.
That's why Donald Jr. was asking if there's anybody injured.
Yeah, because that guy definitely broke his rib.
Well, because the last blow that Gaethje gives to Poirier at the end of the fourth, that looked like it broke ribs. That probably broke at least two.
It did. He couldn't
And then
breathe. He said he
Topuria like had his brother call the fight because he couldn't stand up anymore. Like he had to get carried out.
He couldn't breathe, bro.
And when they showed that knee on replay, bro, it looked bad. Like it looked like that shit broke for real. Like all you see is rib cage go in.
Sometimes ribs like to be in. Like they like
And
to
it
be
was the
inside
very
your lung.
last shot in the round, dude. Like it was as the round was ending.
All right, guys, I'm out. Have a good night.
Later.
Take care.
Peace.
You got anything else we want to talk about before we end this? It's almost midnight.
No. That's about it.
Yeah, I think we covered everything on this one.
Alright, it's time to go home then. It's time to go home.
Alright.
Have a good night.
Take care, everyone. It is time to say goodbye.
Yep. Peace.